All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honors, as always, to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone who were well and taught us the truth. Today's lesson will be entitled Beware how you walk in this truth. Beware how you walk in this truth. And then when I plug that in that ChatGPT, also added, because the path is narrow, the days are evil, and every step matters. And when you come into this truth, every step that you take matters. You cannot just walk any certain type of way in any type of way that you want to while coming to this truth. You can't come up into this truth any way that you want to, because there are consequences for your actions. And as we're seeing, before our very eyes, as Apostle Tahar deemed this year the year of apostate Selah's agents, we're seeing, these things come to pass, and we're seeing these people who claim to be walking the truth and sincerity, and the truth and sincerity, and sincerity, and they're not. They're being found out to be liars, deceivers, falsifiers, and what their true intentions are. So, and of course, when I say this, speaking to myself first and foremost, how you conduct yourself, how I conduct myself, how I walk in this truth, and not just speaking any way, not just walking and conducting myself any way, but conducting myself and conducting yourself in a specific way that pleases Yahweh Shem Yasai, ultimately, so we can make it to the end, and please Yahweh Shem Yasai, and Lord willing, at the end, receive His mercies. Once we get to that final roll call. So it says that the statement lines up well with several scriptures. Beware how you walk in this truth, because the path is narrow, the days are evil, and every step matters. Scriptural foundation got Matthew 7:14, Ephesians 5:15, Psalm 119 and 105, 2nd Ezra 7:7 through 8, Sirach 2:1, and we'll get a few of those, and I'm gonna make it in transit, Lord willing. It's edifying as well. A deeper thought. The narrow path isn't dangerous merely because it is narrow. It is dangerous because every careless step has consequences. Every step you take, man, there's a consequence. Especially these people who are in higher positions, high up, lofty positions that they have put themselves in. For the most part, everybody sees you. Everybody's watching every step that you make, man. And when you're just walking carelessly, the flock sees that. And now you have dudes stepping away, examining themselves. You should have been examined yourself. Not Chronicles. Not 1 Corinthians. Might be 2 Corinthians. Yep, right there about Shemi Asai. 2 Corinthians 13 and verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahweh Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobate. So you got to examine yourself daily and watch how you're stepping. Because every step that we take in this truth, every day we are walking on eggshells, and at any moment the Lord can take you out for doing something incorrect. Now the Lord's going to have mercy, but you don't want to be willingly be just doing whatever the fuck you want. You just walking however you want while in this truth. And if you continue to do that, the Lord is going to judge you. And that's how a lot of these dudes have done. They have walked any way they wanted, and now they're getting found out and exposed. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. And these dudes didn't prepare their soul for temptation. They just walked any way that they wanted to. Ecclesiasticus 1 and verse 30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. So these people, they wanted to exalt themselves, and that's one thing that you do not want to do. The scriptures are speaking plainly to you. Do not exalt yourself. But these you have individuals who want to exalt themselves, and now they're being found out, man. lest thou fall. So if you're just walking carelessly and you're just walking how you want away, you're not worried about the steps you're making in this truth, who's seeing you, who's watching you, how you're conducting yourself before men and ultimately before Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you're going to fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so God the Most High discover thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation. A perfect example of that is the former head of Sakari, Alazar, got cast down in the midst of the congregation, got found out to be an abominable stain on the community of Israel, as he said GMS was, but actually you are. Because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. Your mind is full of deceit. You're not doing this and walking in this truth and sincerity and the truth for Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You're not doing this for the Lord. You're not doing this for salvation. You're doing this for your own belly, how to build your own future in America. We are not here to build a future in America. We're not. You have dudes who want to build their future in America, and when you're walking like that, you're walking carelessly, man. So I said again, the narrow path isn't dangerous merely because it is narrow. It is dangerous because every careless step has consequences. A man walking on a road 100 feet wide can drift left or right without much concern. So you just walking, the path that you're walking on is 100 feet wide. You ain't got to worry about, okay, well, if I take this left step, I might fall off. You ain't got to worry about that because you're walking the broad gate. A lot of these individuals are walking the broad gate, man. And they're just walking anyway, but they want to say and conduct themselves as they're walking the narrow path, when in all reality, they don't believe they're walking the narrow path. They're just walking the broad gate, and they're oh yeah, I'm an Israelite walking the narrow path, but you just walking any way you want. It says, a man crossing a narrow bridge over a deep ravine must watch every step. Likewise, those who know the truth are held to a higher standard than those walking in ignorance. And these dudes have been held to a higher standard. You was held to a higher standard, and you wanted to walk anyway. Therefore, the Lord is going to judge you. And as high as you made yourself, that's as low as the Lord is going to bring you down, man. And he did. Look how high Alazar was in as he called it, in the truth. And look how low the Lord has brought him now, man. Same thing, man. You're held to a higher standard. To whom much, what is that? To whom much is given, much is required. Scriptures don't lie, man. Luke 12 and verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. So you had a lot. You had a lot of while in this truth, man. You knew the names. You was teaching Israel. You was regarded by many as the chief high priest. As not just him and these other head dudes. You was regarded as one of the top teachers in Israel, your favorite viewer to watch, but you put yourself into that position, and much was required of you. But what did you do with that requirement that was required of you? You just ran. You just cast it to the side and just walked however you wanted to walk while in the truth. So the Lord cast you away, man. You wanted to cast the requirements away, how to conduct yourself, conducting yourself properly. Not on camera, but behind camera. Conducting yourself around brothers, around the ministry. But what did a lot of these do? Make merchandise of the truth, filthy lucre's sake, backbiters, and so on and so forth. Disrespectful, false accusers. So the Lord cast you away, man. It says, and to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. So these dudes are done, man. And speaking to myself first and foremost, again, beware how you walk in this truth. Because the path is narrow, the days are evil, and every step matters. And we are entering into dangerous evil times. So as we get closer and closer to the end, it gets worse. It don't get no better. The demons ramp up. It don't get no better, man. It's going to get worse. It's going to get harder. It's going to get more difficult. But if you're walking this path as expected from Yahweh Shem Yahshai, then you're going to be okay. As it says in what was it? Give diligence